Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. Well, it looks like it's just you and me tonight. Wisconsin Greg, good evening. Now that makes us two of us. For a minute, I thought I was going to have a deep intellectual conversation with myself. It would have been riveting, I can tell you that. How are you doing this fine day? Has that ever happened? Yeah. Have an intellectual conversation with myself and be riveting all the time. I'm one of the smartest guys I've ever talked to. I'm glad you're doing spectacular. All right, there, kitty. Come on. No, you don't want up here? Okay, don't. No. Uh, Kathy made cube steak, boiled yellow Yukon potatoes, made cube steak gravy, corn, and macaroni and cheese for dinner. It was fantastic. I picked up. I bought 3 packages of cube steak today, and there was only 2 in each package. Oh, pumpkin. Where's your good girl? Yes, it is. Come here. Yeah. It's a good girl. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, pumpkin. Okay, don't lay down. Anyways, I bought 3 packages of cube steak. I bought 3 packages of boneless country style ribs, and then I bought 2. Good evening, Kevin Miller, 1646. And then I bought two big roasts today. Um, at half off, they were $20 a piece. So, because you're it's doing that Wisconsin grade too. I don't know why it's doing that. I didn't do anything different. Anyways, that's what we had for dinner tonight. That was pretty damn tasty. Um, Probably going to end up having one of the roasts this weekend for dinner. Saturday or Sunday night, maybe. Yeah, see which one she wants, and then the rest of all the other stuff I'll put in the freezer. Oh, yeah. I bought some jalapeno cheese bagels today. Myers had them. 30% off buy one and 30% off the second one. So I bought two packages. Anymore, if we have a bagel, it's a jalapeno cheese bagel. Slice it in half, toast it, put cream cheese on it or an egg or something like that. They're really good. I bought two packages of those today. I bought a case of Diet Pepsi and a case of Pepsi. The Diet Pepsi will probably last me until January, probably close to it. I drink probably on the average maybe 2 pops a week, if that. If I don't have a Diet Pepsi here and I don't buy any, I could go a month, 2 months without having a pop. So if it's here, 1 or 2 pops a week. Now, water's another thing. I drink 7 or 8 bottles of water every day. I was a flushing. What else did I get? Oh, I stopped at the deli and they had macaroni and cheese in the deli containers there, already cooked. I bought 2 tubs of that. And I bought some grapes. And then I picked up my food order. I know. I don't understand why it's doing, your emails, but that's what it's doing. hopefully it give it a good cleansing. Chinese got a oh Cheney, yeah, got his third funeral. Yeah, these guys for gosh sakes, bury that SOB already. I know. They must be doing something. That way they want everybody to know everybody's email. That way you can, you can write them. But let's see. Now, when I click your name, it takes me right to your channel. So that's still working, but I don't know why they look at your name. It's not Junkyard. It's at PL747. For those that don't know what PL747 is, that's Junkyard. Now, see, said the blind man as he walked out in front of the car. I didn't know they even done it until I seen that Kevin put his name up there. I wasn't even thinking about Greg's. Kevin put his name up there, then he retracted, then he went post back in again. It's still named, so I don't know. Well, now you know, Greg. Now you know. Well, it wasn't that way this morning. No.
Hang on, I'll show you. I don't have my branches.
Kathy got the tree up today. It's a new one. It arrived yesterday. Bought it on the Black Friday deal. You push a button. It's all pre-lit. You push a button. It's got these high dollar lights on them that aren't supposed to go out. And if one does go out, the other ones still stay lit. But they're supposed to be, like 5 or 6 year long, or lights that you don't have to worry about. Anyways, they're red, yellow, and green, and blue, and stuff like that. But you can get them to twinkle. You can get them to go roll up in there, and you can get them to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now I have, I don't know. Yeah, nobody knows you. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out who you are, huh? Like I got 5 Christmas trees downstairs in the basement. Now I'm gonna have to get rid of. No. The only reason why I got that many Christmas trees is because I bought them because of the totes. I bought a lot of those Christmas trees downstairs at the Goodwill. Give $5, $6, $7, $8 for them, and they come in the big totes. You know, the 120 quart totes or whatever they are. The ones that just barely fit sideways in the back of a pickup. Those. Yeah. I bought one that came in 2 totes. It was so big. And they wanted I'm trying to remember what they actually wanted for it. And then it had, it was so much off. And then I had my discount on it. And when I ended up walking out of there, I walked out of there with that tree with 2 of them big totes that were brand new for $8 and like 65 cents, tax and all. Thought that was a good deal. I actually was looking for a dumpster to dump the tree out in so I could just have the totes. But I brought the tree home and showed it to Kath, and we used it for 3 or 4 years. But I want to get rid of a couple of those, or 2 or 3 of them trees downstairs, and then use one of the totes for her new tree. Till somebody set it on fire, yeah, I understand that. Can't have nothing. They're the reason why we can't have anything worth a damn anymore. Well, I guess I'll go down tomorrow in the basement and start digging out trees and put them on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to sell them or just get rid of them, but if somebody needs a tree, I'd rather give it to them than throw it away. I bet he was on the list.
No. No, she's come out here to do that.
That Cornbread Junior 55 come up, but it's not blue.
Carol Burnett.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Pay attention to your YouTube. Thanks.
To have a laugh and sing a song or two. I have a white Christmas tree upstairs in a box. I gotta get that one down. Now that I got a new roof on top of the flat roof, I should get over there to the garage on the side of the attic, because you have to walk through. You have to walk over the flat roof to get into the attic of the garage. I got a Santa's chair in there. I should get rid of that. I can't even remember everything I got in that attic. It's been years since I've been in there. They should. Everything costs more this year. That's the American way, though. Hey, tell your shoes, you old snuggle bunny, you. Hi, Kenny. You, Kenny. That's what the hat looks like. A man and his cat. Keith and Spirit. Now, if you look around, you can get a T-shirt too. There's other companies that are selling the same thing on it with T-shirts. You know, for criminy's sakes, the guy died 17 days ago or something like that. On the 3rd, wasn't it, or something like that? Buried him already. Hell, he's been around more than Tina Turner or George Floyd. I mean, not Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, excuse me. Aretha. Yeah. Well, I think Floyd might have the record, because he was a saint. St. George. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm thinking I want to make some apple crisp for Thanksgiving. Now, the other day, I used this oven. And I was used to our oven, and to do biscuits, you put the biscuits at 365 and you cook them for 18 to 22 minutes. This, I set it for what the temperature set on the biscuits. And I set the timer for 15 minutes, says 14 to 17. Set the timer for 15 minutes. And then I hit the speed cook, which is the, whatever you want to call it, the circulation. It has a fan in there that blows the heat. I wasn't thinking about it. And then I started, I looked, I had like 8 minutes left, and my biscuits were starting to brown on top. Passing gear. Yeah. Yeah, it's a convection oven, that's what it is. Yeah. So I ended up, and you can't shut the convection off once you turn it on. So you have to shut the oven off, and then you can turn the oven back on and reset the temperature. So that's what I did, is I shut the oven off, reset the temperature, and then just let it cook. And I got it out of there a minute early, and they were done. They were done. If I'd have kept the speed cook on it, they'd have been done a lot sooner. I said I've never used it before, never had one with a convection oven. So it works damn good. Now, the microwave we have is a convection oven. It's also an air fryer and a microwave and a regular oven. It's actually pretty nice for being, a 4-in-1 or something like that. And it's a Gallant. And it was pretty reasonable. We bought that brand new at Walmart for $99. Got the carousel and everything in it. I took my steak grinder today. I had for lunch. I took that, and it's in aluminum foil. I threw that in the air fryer while it was in the aluminum foil, and I clicked that, turned that on to 400, and then I put my chicken noodle soup in the microwave for 6 minutes. While that was cooking, I was warming up my sandwich in the air fryer, and I'm telling you, that does a really good job. If you want to warm up a sandwich, in the air fryer instead of in the microwave, put it in some aluminum foil, wrap it up, make sure it's tight. Put it in there. It warmed it up nice, really nice. Got me a new bracelet. Harley made that for me. She makes a lot of these, and she sells them for $1 a piece. I don't know what it costs to make. All it is, in all actuality, I think is a bunch of little rubber bands put together. But she likes doing it. She likes doing bead necklaces and stuff like that. I got me a nappy for about an hour and 10 minutes today. I was abruptly woken up. I was in the middle of a fantastic dream. Don't ask me what it was because I can't even remember. But I was sleeping good. So on the phone with your sister?
No.
I should write a cookbook. You put a little of this, a little of that, and a pinch of this, and a pinch of that. You don't measure nothing. Measure with your heart, people. Measure with your heart. Yeah. And whatever you do, don't walk away. I was out there looking for a couple more packages of cube steak today. Because like I said, the ones I bought, I bought 3 packages. They each had 2 in there, and she wanted more than that, so I found 2 packages. But I was in there nosing around in the freezer and come across that cross-cut beef shank again. Man, that was some of the best beef I'd ever had. Was that cross-cut beef shank. It should. Just spray that on your carpet. It'll remove that stain. You make an illegal stop. There you go. You shouldn't do that. I'll tell you what. I'm all for going after all these politicians that are trying to, that made this video to tell all these guys in the, these people in the military that they don't have to obey the orders. In a way, they are correct. You don't have to obey any order that is illegal or unconstitutional. But so far, I don't think President Trump has done anything illegal or unconstitutional. Because if he has, the federal government, the the judges would have had him shut down by now. I think all these politicians that are making these videos and saying you don't have to do that, stand up, they're going to end up getting some of these soldiers put in the stockade because of these actions. And the people that need to go into the stockade are these worthless politicians that are telling them that. You take an oath to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign or domestic. Plain and simple. Took an oath, right? Now I had one of them city council members tell me, well, you're no longer in the service, so that oath doesn't make a difference. And I looked right at her and I said, you were in the Navy, right? Yep. She says, I was one of the very first ones that was in a combat aircraft carrier. Great. I'm going to tell you right now, just because you're out of the service doesn't mean your oath doesn't mean anything anymore. You took that oath and you keep that oath. What can I say? She's a bleeding heart Democrat. You know what I mean? She's no longer a council member either. She was one of them that voted for that point of sale. And then she knew when it come time to vote, she wasn't going to win. So she decided to save her that anguish and the aggravation, and she didn't run again. And Monday, they had the city council meeting, and I forgot all about it because they swore them all in. And I forgot about it, and I seen it Tuesday morning. Oh, I know, they get sworn in too. But it doesn't mean anything to them because they're not there to defend the Constitution to begin with. They're there to line your pockets with money. That's the only thing they're there for. That's the only thing they'll ever be there for. I think about the only politician anymore that is worth a damn is Kennedy. And he don't flat care who you are. He'll tell you how it is. If you're Lindsey Graham or Ocasio-Cortez or Sanders or whoever. Yeah, we're all square. Yeah. I ordered some new slippers from Amazon yesterday. I ordered a pair of new slippers and a pair of new walking shoes, orthopedic walking shoes. And the slippers were supposed to be here today, but they didn't show up. They got changed till tomorrow. But I also ordered they're silicone toe stabilizers. I have my 1 foot. This is how my toe looks, or my second toe, and it goes over on top of my third toe, and that's this is my big toe, and they all go like that. So I seen when I bought these shoes, they had these stabilizers that are silicone, and you put them over your big toe and then your all your other toes, and it's supposed to help straighten your toes out, keep them from crossing over, and some other stuff that's supposed to help with your joints and stuff. So I bought it. I'm gonna see if that works. Put them on at night when I'm sleeping. I don't think you could actually walk in it with them. I don't know. I have to look. But there you go. Close. Yeah. Actually, if you look at say this is my big finger and my big toe, and then this is the second one, and it goes just like that. You know. What'd she tell you?
I know it's funny.
No, I don't think it's gonna make it go straight. I don't have the scooter no more. I sold that. I have to blow. I have to powder my nose real quick. Better use the card. There you go. Stiletto. That's right. Yeah. Well, I wear a 14. So the shoes I ordered are 13 wides. I'm hoping that they say they run a little big. So I'm hoping they fit. I couldn't get a 14. I couldn't find a 14 anywhere to buy. I can't buy them at Walmart. They don't have them. They haven't had size 14s for like 6 months. And I've looked at Myers. They don't have them there. And there ain't too many other shoe stores around here. Yeah. So hopefully they'll fit. I do have a pair of they're not Dr. Scholl's, but they are orthopedic shoes. But when I wear them, I feel like Herman Munster in them. Like he had the big, gigantic shoes. That's how I feel when I wear them. They feel like two shoe boxes. Oh yeah. I almost bought a Cushman the other day, three-wheeler factory cart. The guy had that, a bunch of 3/4 inch sockets, ratchets, breaker bars, and stuff. A couple of floor jacks and something else. Wanted $500 for everything. I told him I would take it, but he'd have to wait till Saturday because that was the only day I could get down there to get it. I said, if you got PayPal, I can send you, $150, security deposit to hold it till Saturday till I get down there. I don't have PayPal. I said, you got Venmo? No. So rather than, he said, well, somebody else has contacted me. I'll let you know. Well, evidently he sold it to them because they got there before I did, but I had every intentions of picking it up on Saturday. I just couldn't make it there until Saturday. It was actually last week on Thursday when I seen it, Thursday night. It's just I had something I had to do on Friday morning and I couldn't make it there. I know I'm going to have to put burlap bags on them. You're right. So, either that or I'm going to have to give me a pair of them, winter boots that has, the insulated boot that's inside it, that you pull out to keep your feet warm. Probably have to get a size 13 of them and just pull a sock out, that insulated boot that's inside there. Just pull that out and just go, go it alone like that. And then that insulated boot that comes inside the boot, I could cut the toes out of that and use that for house slippers. That's right. Uphill 5 miles each way. Knee-high snow. Calvin wouldn't know anything about it because he didn't have to do any of that. He'll try to tell you he did, but we can believe him or me. Well, that's the thing. I offered this guy a deposit because I figured money talks, He didn't want to. If he'd have took Venmo or PayPal, I'd have more than gladly give it to him. I didn't want to give him more than $150, But you can give him all your money, and then you go to pick it up. What stuff? You're screwed. If you don't remember, I've already had that happen to me once on here before. Good night. I think Junkyard remembers that. Cornbread probably does too. Hey, I got a nice trailer down here. I'll trade you for, a portable CB radio and a portable ham radio. Sure. Okay. Yeah, don't send it as a friend. That's right. I always get my dishes washed. If I don't get them washed tonight, they get washed in the morning. I've got dinner almost all put up. It's ready to be put up. It's all but one thing. Everything's in bowls and stuff to go into the refrigerator. Oh, you're asking Kevin? Yeah. He just puts everything down on the floor and lets the dog lick it out. Gets it as cold or clean as cold water can get it. That's his dog's name, Cold Water. Hey, you want to send it as a gift, don't you? Just like Bobby McNutt, you're right. Yep. Years ago when me and Kevin was kids, and Kevin and I was kids, we was walking down the street and seen this Rottweiler licking himself, and Kevin said, you know, I wish I could do that. I said, I think you better pet him first. Oh. I don't know. I looked for obituaries and stuff down there. Couldn't find one. Somebody to go check on them. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Right. Well, you get on a site called Legacy Obituaries, and those are pretty much straight up real ones. You're getting the hiccups now. Probably. What am I hiccup upping for? Why am I hiccup up? Bobby had a live stream the other day. Huh. I don't get nothing from him or Rick Then again, it's kind of hard to stay with, on Bobby because he changes his account so often, even though if you have it, it might not be the same one anymore. They have. A lot of them have disappeared. Yeah. There's just a few of us old committed ones anymore, Junkyard, Cornbread, and Skeeta. And in Wisconsin, that's about it. Well, I ain't so sure, but I think Andy, Country Girl's boyfriend, has a YouTube channel called Andy's Homestead. Or it's a Facebook channel. I can't remember either one. So, he looks a lot like Andy, her boy, her boo, but he never mentions her by name, and I have never seen on Andy's Homestead. I have never seen his wife's, so I've only watched I don't know, maybe half a dozen videos or so. So I really don't know. I have to check a lot of them to see, but so far I've never seen him. He's never called her by name, and he's never put her out that I've seen so far. Every once in a while, I'll get a friend request from Country Girl. Her name's Dawn. I haven't seen Linda in a few months either. Very well could be. Oh. All right, everybody. Time for me to get out of here. Right. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care, prayers, and peace. And I will see you Sunday night. Take care, everybody. Have a blessed night, everybody.